Blimba Chicken Chow Mein, Kheta AKMK, and a whole bunch of other AKAs. The Sobering Podcast, Season 6, Episode 6.
I love it. Yep. It's Big Fred, aka Joe Banker, because if you got some money, we can chat and mix it.
Oh, yeah. My nigga.
The real nigga, that brother.
Yo, Joe Banker. When last did you hear about Joe Banker? Kitso, do your thing. I want to talk about Joe Banker.
It's not Joe Banker. Kitso of it.
Shit, man, mix it days. But anyhow, I'm not going to get into that now.
Yeah.
We got a special guest in the building.
Yeah. Super special guest.
Yeah.
You know, a man of many talents. You know, what's that? That sort of human pocket knife. You know, pocket knives have got a lot of, use.
I like that actually. I like that that analogy.
Or Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, pocket knife is a different.
Swiss Army knife,
Swiss Army knife.
Come on.
Yeah. Gotta have that red cross.
Or Leatherman.
That one.
Trust Kitso.
Yeah, trust Kitso. He's the
Trust
computer.
Kitso. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this man, he does it all, and we're gonna talk about him doing it all at a very high level.
Yeah.
And if you're on the screen, I'm sure you can read the name. Zulo.
The Supreme Leader Zulo.
Come on.
Supreme leader. Leader of the new school.
That's it. The leader of the next
how must we talk to you, bro?
Nah, you have to talk not nice, bro. Not nice. It's Naace.
Talk to
Naace. Yeah, that's
Talk
it.
to Naace. Warm welcome to you on the Sobering, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you guys so much.
This is the part where I was supposed to clap. Did I clap early?
You clapped way early though. You just started your own.
Yo, man.
Appreciate you for even you responded quickly, bro. Quickly, this was like a week in the making, just like boom, boom.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, this was on my board, bro. I said the sobering there, we were trying to get it, so
nice.
It happened a little sooner than I expected. On top of it, so
Vision board gang, come on,
whiteboards,
come on, man. I must say, man, this is like a full circle moment, because 10 years ago or so.
Yeah, I literally just found out right now. I had no idea.
Yeah, I interviewed.
And I still have that picture.
When he was Tiger.
Yeah, when he was Tiger. I'm actually gonna show you guys. I'm gonna get the picture and show you. He's like standing there looking at me like this. Yeah, who is this guy?
You must send it to me. Get our editor to pull it up at this moment. Yeah. It's over here.
Yeah. Was it our cheeky editor?
It was Yo TV.
Oh, Yo TV.
Yo TV.
Yeah.
Yo TV.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Damn.
Shout out
Crazy.
to Yo TV.
10 years.
It was literally 10 years
Was
ago.
it still for rapping?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when he was.
Damn.
That's when he was
little tricks.
Battle stations.
Nah.
Yo TV.
Extension. It was extension 4.
Damn. I don't.
He was on the main show. I was on the main show.
Yeah.
He was the main on the main show.
Yeah, it was during the Blaze Entertainment times when I was still with Blaze. Yeah. I was actually with Blaze on the show. That was the interview.
Shout out to Blaze.
Shout out to Blaze. Also, I had some interviews with Blaze.
Yeah.
I actually work with Blaze now on his new life as a great content creator.
We were talking
and I also
about
found
that.
out about that also right now that he's a content creator. I didn't know that.
And a voice artist.
Yeah, I didn't know that until now.
Yeah, man. Dylan's got a lot of bags, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to Dylan, man. Shout out to him.
A lot of
Blaze.
tattoos and a lot of bags.
A lot of tattoos, a lot of bags. Come on, man. Yo, but enough about that. Let's talk. Let's talk what you're here for, man.
Hey man,
nice.
I just dropped my EP, bro, and like you said 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for such a long time, but for me this is the first. This is my introduction, my reintroduction. So while it may be I don't know, my 8th, 9th, 10th, whatever project you want to go for, it's kind of my first,
Nice.
Because it's a rebrand. I was Little Tricks.
Yeah.
Now I'm Zulo, so I consider it to be my first. As artists, we can do whatever we want. So we can just we can erase the backlog. But if you can go back, you can see everything leading up to this point, and everything kind of fits into each other. It's like all these moments built up to this moment for me.
Yeah.
So. Including the Yo TV moment.
Hell yeah. Shout out.
How old were you when you got on Yo TV?
I was young.
17. I was 17, yeah.
I was trying to ask what age you are now, but...
Well, 10 years, so now you know.
27.
Excited because I'm also hearing 9 projects and...
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's actually not 9. When you...
call me a liar.
No.
I think you released 8 in high school. What was that? How many?
I released 8 in high school, yeah. So it's 8 mixtapes, you know, it was
You got 8
mixtape
songs
days.
or 8 projects?
8
Mixtapes. I mean, listen, you know, like during the school holidays when I was in grade 9, it would be easy for me in that 2 weeks to just do a whole mixtape, 14 tracks. It was easy.
And you record and do everything yourself.
Recorded, produced, yeah. I'm very against downloaded beats. I hate downloaded beats. And I think at that time when you're in high school, everybody's like,
That was the thing.
you know, Drake type beats or something. I hate that so much.
Shout out to Money Badu for doing that.
Yeah, she loved it.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to discredit anybody.
no.
It's just a personal thing. I don't know. It's also because like the person that I started making music with was my older cousin, and he used to download beats and he used to tell me that it was his. And it just broke my heart when I found out that it's not his, because, you know, I was comparing my production to his. I was like, how do you get to that level?
Yeah.
You know? So
Oh, he was playing you.
he was playing.
Never meet your heroes, man.
How could he not meet his hero? He's his cousin.
Man, let me console him somehow. This man was let down.
Yeah, no, but it just showed me that I was at the level that I needed to be at that point. You know, I didn't need to compare my beats to type beats.
Yeah.
Me thinking, yeah, somebody who's doing the same thing I'm doing round about my age is at this level and I'm here.
Yeah.
You know,
and
so
that
it
was
was just-
that was still Little Tricks.
Yeah. That
What
was
kind of
Lil
music
Tricks.
was Little Tricks?
Hip hop still.
Lil
Yeah,
Wayne.
it was always
Tiger
Lil Wayne.
Wayne.
Was it Snap Tiger? Or like,
No. I mean, it was still quality. It's still the quality that it is now. It's just like
Age appropriate.
not even age appropriate. I mean, I was always disgusting. In my rhymes.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
that. She wanna tell me about that panani.
Bro, like, yeah.
The first time I heard it, I was like,
when he said moisturize my beard, I was like,
I hear
My
the
boy.
moisturize my beard.
Yo.
He said there was semen in her vomit.
Yeah.
yeah, like, oh my.
I was like, bro.
Bro,
I had to turn that. I was like, with my lady, I had to
going
turn that
on?
down. I was like, hey, yo.
like, what's going on, bro? What's
And
going
you know,
on?
like, because I record in my room, like, and my mother walks past my room every time while I'm recording. So that line specifically, the moisturize my beard, you know, she walked past my room and I was recording that, and she was just like, Zidane, you so disgusting. You know?
But do people know what that? Does everybody know what that means?
You know what? Nah,
Moisturize my beard.
it doesn't actually matter. Because
doesn't, yeah.
people can listen to it and be like, oh, okay, I get it. Because obviously I'm not just saying, she said, you want to smell my punani. There's a reason, right?
100%.
There's obviously, it's metaphoric for like, you know, welcoming, this person is like coming into my life and, you know.
You see what he's doing there?
What if I do?
This nigga just wrapping
man.
a ball around this shit.
Nah, bro, that's up there with, you know, when 50 said, go, shorty, it's your birthday. And he tried to make it, when he made it deep, and he was like, I say that because everybody's born on a day.
That's up there with that. That's what I'm saying. Just wrapping a ball. Just wrapping a ball on this shit.
No. But I mean, like I said, it doesn't actually matter, because if it is just a provocative line, because I mean, every time I say it, people always, that kind of, oh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I mean, you want that, like, that reaction, that thing that gets people like, okay, what is this, you know?
Yeah.
So it's a conversation starter regardless whether it has meaning or not. Obviously for me it does, in context of the song, but you know, I shouldn't actually explain myself anymore. I should keep quiet just so that people can think I'm just disgusting as a whole, you know? Yeah.
But what you're speaking about, like that, it pulls you in. I remember when I was first listening to the song, I was kind of like in my mind doing things and whatever, just walking around. And then that line with the punani, I was like, you know, so it does have that effect to draw you in.
But do you guys know where that's from?
I don't.
It's Poetic Justice,
Yeah.
Tupac and Janet Jackson. Yeah.
When Tupac was
That's
at,
when,
was at
when
the
she's
salon.
trolling him.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it's exactly that.
And then she called her friend, and her friend was like,
yeah.
I don't watch that.
You
movie.
don't-
And she also
watch
asked
that
the
movie?
question
I
twice.
have. I just haven't watched
And
it.
I
in a
asked the
while.
question twice as well. So you see, you can get into it. You can get into it if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, that one is dope, but we get the reference.
we get the
but,
reference. Yeah,
The vomit joint.
The vomit joint.
I want to understand, how do you identify? I was like, that's the first thought. I was like,
Come on, bro.
How you
It's
see
too graphic now.
no,
But it is
now,
that
like-
imagery. That imagery.
that is imagery, bro.
It is, but now, yeah, no. How do you spot?
No, it's not. Jazz, it's not literal. Obviously, it's not literal.
But you know, it's just because I mean,
And you know what? I always get asked also, like, did she really ask you if you want to smell a punani? Guys, come on, it's not literal, you know?
But you see, that's very realistic. Come on, but like
in a different way. But also, not everybody knows where it's from.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But the people who don't know where it's from, I get the best reactions there. If you know where it's from, then sometimes it's like, okay, what?
It's a hit nod.
But it's kind of realistic though, because like, you know, matters of the night, you know, that question can come up in that sort of talk. Yeah. The vomit though. Let's keep
my niggas stuck on the vomit.
I'm gonna get into that. I'll get into that line specifically eventually, but
nah, man. But like, I appreciate the graphic. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that it's something that I haven't like heard. You know what I mean? It's really a different sort of you know. I didn't want to say flavor because like. But you know what I mean? Pause. You know, I mean, hey yo.
It is. Why are you pausing that? The vomit with the semen flavor.
But it's just a different palette of you know, rap colors.
You know, I did a feature with this other DJ. I think it was 2020. It was a song called Subawell, and. You know, it's hip hop. You know, it's always gonna be a case of who killed who or where's the best verse or whatever. And they put me last. And obviously now the way I'm approaching it, I'm keeping in mind, okay, what can I say that's gonna get people like, you know, like you guys are focusing on that semen in your vomit. You know that it means it worked. You know, it worked. So. You know, when I did that song, they asked
back.
The microphone.
Oh, it's back.
The
I didn't even know it was off.
So exciting.
But yeah, like they said, like I stood out the most just because. I'm not gonna say what I said because then just now you guys troll me for that too. But it was another disgusting
thing. Go ahead. I'm sure.
Nah, it wasn't that deep, man. I'm playing. It was just there's just way too many bums here. Something like that. Yeah. Way too many bums. But because I said that, you know, people like laugh. Haha, why are you saying that? You know, but there's one person that was reviewing it. She said, this person stood out to me the most. Just because, you know, it was entertaining. You know, it's like halfway through the verse, like she said, you want to smell my punani. It keeps you going, you know, because I mean, in this era where music is like 2 minutes long, you know, 1 minute songs, you know, because of the attention span lately. We don't really have like constant raps like we used to. Like these days, you'd be lucky if you get 2 verses. You know, back in the day it was 3 verses a song. Big truth. You know, so it's like if you're gonna now do a 16 bar, granted that verse is not 16, but if you're really gonna do a 16 bar verse, how are you gonna keep that attention span? How are you gonna keep people focused and still interested to hear more? You know, it's just lines on lines on lines and then punchline, and you know, it can get a little bit monotonous sometimes. So
was that always like the focus, you know what I mean, in terms of your writing? Because you do say even as Lil Tricks back in the day, you were still disgusting. Was that always like that was it intentional as you explaining it now?
I think not as intentional as it is now. You know, everything in my brand or the way I'm approaching my career now, everything's amplified now. It's like things that I needed to, I just looked at, okay, this is my brand. What are the aspects of my brand that I want to focus on or amplify? You know, so I had to look at things like, okay, I am from the South. You know, let me actually be more intentional about that. You know, every now and then if you listen to my old music, when I was Little Chicks, you'll hear, okay, Southside, whatever. But now I thought, okay, now I can be intentional about it and do it on purpose, not just like spontaneous. You know, I'm not saying like spontaneous doesn't happen, but I think when you're more intentional about certain things and the way you approach it, it becomes, everything just feels smoother. You know, everything, because I'm a purpose rapper. Like I love purpose. Everything needs to have a purpose. I'm not just saying things. I'm not just doing things. Everything needs to have a reason. Because I'm very intentional and very, you know, I'm a Virgo, so I'm like,
you keep telling us on the track, you know, you keep telling us on the album.
I mean, because it's like that. I'm a perfectionist, you know. You know, the Virgos are generally like perfectionists. They nitpicky, they fussy, they, you know. I'm not gonna say OCD because that's.
Are you a Virgo?
Can't. You're saying no like it's a problem.
I'm a Leo, dog.
This man is Leo straight up
come
and
on,
down,
Leo,
bro. Like,
boy.
straight up and down.
I rep mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know Aquarius gang, you know.
I'm alive, man.
You're alive.
I'm alive.
No, but I think you were saying that because I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're a perfectionist.
That's what he said.
Yeah, hey,
And
this
he
is
also
a gift
loves,
and a
he
curse.
also
It's a
loves
gift and a
himself.
curse.
Yeah, he loves
Yeah,
like
yeah. Yeah, he loves that. Yo,
Nah, then you probably are Virgo like at heart, bro.
maybe he's I know you guys, these things come in pairs. He's rising moon or what?
Yeah.
You probably, like your rising is probably Virgo then, because sometimes you can.
Oh, you a
relate-
chakra nigga.
oh, this thing broke it down. And,
Did you not see the cover though?
Then he even slandered the Scorpios. What's wrong with the Scorpios?
I slandered every single sign in that song, guys. Every single
why did
sign.
you slander Scorpios?
I didn't slander Scorpios. I was
them
just.
liars.
I didn't call them lies. I was just saying, it's
word.
going through the signs of dating, like you're dating different people. It was just to like symbolize being in the casual dating
But you
space.
realize
you know,
that
and
the things that you said about Scorpio stuck out.
it should.
Look, I'm
It
a
definitely
Scorpio.
should.
Oh, you a Scorpio? You a Scorpio?
Yeah.
It's the first I hear it.
I mean, look,
November.
you must ask the people that you dated then.
Aye.
Like what they
You see, it's fine. Take your word for it. It's fine. Aye. Hey, yo, it's getting too deep now. Aye,
You know, it was very just so interesting just listening to like the project and like how much personality there is in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's so much to delve into. Like you get to know this person in terms of what his interests are and what you guys can really talk about on like a long, conversation, because even with like how you delve into like star signs and astrology and like it's like, okay, what got you into that so that you get what made you delve into that so deep that you know everything about it, like and I'm guessing you do believe it or you do sort of judge characters that you come around in
By their
terms
star
of
signs.
what their star signs are.
I mean, like I'm a very spiritual person, and like I said, every little piece of the puzzle that from little tricks to now, all of those were steps and moments leading up to this point to make me become the person that I am today or the artist that I am today. So I mean, like I broke it down at my launch that you guys didn't.
Yeah, but
we're doing an episode.
we were doing an episode.
I told you though. I
even
that,
hit you up on IG. I was like, yo, I'd love to come through.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, like, I broke down everything, like I broke down the semen line, You guys should have been there to hear it out. But
You know what you should have done? You should have shot it and put it up as content.
yeah, we did. It's coming. It's coming.
There
Yeah,
it is.
Please
There
put
it
it,
is.
please put
Please
it up.
put it up.
definitely. But
Don't be a Scorpio with it.
Yeah, don't.
My bad, man.
Do you see why? No. You see why I never want to.
and then you find that he's like
This
a
is
Scorpio
why I never
rising
want
or
to see
something.
why what star sign I am and whatnot.
Nah, go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like every single thing that's happened in my life, because I went through a very very shitty 2018. Like I released my first EP that I called an EP. I called it Zulo. I was Little Trick. So that was kind of leading people into the name. I wanted to change my name because I came up with it. Well, I didn't even come up with it. My cousin, the one that downloaded the
making.
beats,
Yeah.
he said call yourself Tricks, and I liked Lil Wayne at the time, so I said Lil, and I was like 9 at the time. So obviously coming into my early 20s, I was a little bit embarrassed to tell people my stage name. It's like, oh, you make music, what's your name? I'd be like Little Tricks, and then like, oh, okay, there's like a stigma with little rappers. It's like Lil Pump, Lil Peep, Lil what, they already know this is the type of music that you make. Like you asked me, was it snap music?
Yeah, that's what
oh shit, so actually, you see, so I hated it and I wanted to change it. So I thought Zulo, because a friend of mine just started calling me Zulo and I liked it. I came up with my own meaning. I said like the first 2 letters of my first name, the first 2 letters of my surname. Yeah. So that EP was kind of getting people into like I wanted it to be like my Jigga to my Jay-Z, But anyway, I released the EP, 2018 came, and I always wanted to make happy music. I always wanted to like make more positive music because my music is always like, if you listen to that first EP, it's like, I hate my day job. I hate what I'm studying. My career is not working out the way I wanted to. You know, I was just frustrated. And that's the subject matter of that project. 2018 came and I said, right, this year's the year I'm making happy music. And I couldn't, because then my cousin, she was like around my age, she was killed in a car accident. And that was the first time in my life that I experienced proper loss. You know, my grandfather's passed when I was small. So that was the first time I dealt with proper loss. A month after that, my girlfriend at the time of 7 years cheated on me. And then a month after that, they broke into my house and they tied my sister and I up, threatened to rape my sister, threatened to kill me. And then a month after that, I was in like a little car accident, but my car was written off. So 2018 was a mess. And I'm sitting here like, I'm trying to make happy music. So I actually was a little bit inactive for that year. I didn't stop. I was trying. But then 2019 came and I said, okay, this year's the year. Right? Like this year, I'm going to do it. And then my father was diagnosed with stomach cancer. So now I was like, it was like one after the other, nothing's working out here. So what I did was, like middle of the year, the girlfriend of 7 years, we finally ended that relationship. And that was like the cherry on top. You know, there I was like, okay, I'm done. Now I'm going to just embrace this negative energy that I have. I just need to express that right now. So I made the second EP called Don't Take Me for a P, which was surrounding the breakup. And towards the end of making that project, my father was cancer free. I was healed from that breakup. And I stopped for a second and I thought, I'm actually happy right now. You know, like there's actually nothing to complain about. I started to put things into perspective. And at the time, you know, I was like chilling a lot with Solo and Bryanston. And, you know, it was just through conversations, because Bryanston was the one who kind of said like, are you releasing this project under Zulo or Little Tricks? Then I said, Little Tricks, you know, that's my stage name. And then he said, why? So just that conversation, because Solo was also going to change his stage name at the time. We were all talking about it. And I just said, okay, let me just do it. So I released that project and it was just like done, you know, just get it out. Because it was different. It was Afro pop. I was singing. I wasn't even rapping. It was like, you know, it wasn't really me. So that was where Zulo was born, because now I decided, okay, changing the stage name. Now I can pick and choose what I want to keep with my brand, you know. And that's what Talk To Me Naace is kind of about, you know. It's just those experiences leading up to this point, me coming into my own, me treating myself with kindness and appreciating who I am and taking power from that, you know. Like, Talk To Me Naace now. You know, I'm not commanding, I'm not like asking you guys, I'm saying this is what I do and this is what I deserve. You know, because there's power in that, you know. There's power in control of ourselves, because we always try to control other people. You know, in relationships, or you know, I expect you to do something, or if you have a child and it's like, I expect my child. That's where you lose power. You know, when you start to realize that the power is here in your hands and your reactions and what comes out of your mouth, that's proper. And then when you feel that, that's when you know you're really powerful. I'm flipping powerful, gents.
That's some stoicism there, man.
So with the star signs, it's the same thing. You know, it's like one of the things that the Home Alone song was about was because I was in a 7-year relationship. I was 17. So obviously in my mid-20s was the first time I was single, for the first time in 7 years. So I was experiencing dating for the first time, you know? So I went out with different people. I started to learn about myself. I said, okay, I don't like that. I like this, you know? Big boobs, small boobs, whatever, you know? But learning what you like. So the star signs there is just to say, you know, dating different people and experiencing people.
Damn, man, I'm sorry you went through all of that.
No, it's good. I mean, look, I don't. It's a memory now. Literally, that's all it is.
It's not long ago. It's like 4 years, bro. Like that's not long,
man.
Yeah.
Can I ask a surface-based question? Like, because every time, like, when dudes always talk about like, yo, a girl cheated on me, and then I was like, I'm out, or whatever, you know. And you like talking about it being 7 years. Were you faithful throughout the 7 years?
I was.
No, I'm not.
It's a real question.
It's just a real question.
It's a real question. I find it funny. Why do you find it funny? It's a real question.
You know?
Yeah, because most of the time, you know how dudes could be.
I know.
They'll be messing around, and then the girl messes up once.
And then,
it's the end of the world.
And then you ask them, but you were doing and it's like,
Yeah, I'm a softie, man.
Yeah?
I'm a softie. I was faithful.
Yeah. Oh,
I
you
was
call
faithful.
yourself a monogamist? Serial
Yeah,
monogamist?
I am. I mean, that's also like learning about yourself. I realized that
Yeah.
during these few months where I was, casual dating,
Yeah.
meeting.
What do you mean,
people.
few months? Are you now?
I'm not dating now, so
Oh.
yeah.
You're single.
You just
or-
you stopped dating?
Nah, I don't know, man.
Dating or relationship?
Sorry. It's getting real. I feel you. So you'd want to find your person and that be the home base and
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
that. I'm like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like that. But like one thing because of the semen line, I'm gonna keep going back to that so you guys can come full circle. But like when you make a project,
hey yo, let's go.
even unintentionally, huh?
Let's go.
But like when you make, because we artists, we express ourselves through music, you know.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, our personal lives are gonna bleed into that, whether we like it or not. You know, even if we don't even know it.
Well, that's if you're being truthful with your.
If
art.
you're being truthful, yeah. So I mean, like, whoever I'm with or whoever's in my life at the time, whoever's around me,
Yeah.
those experiences are obviously gonna bleed into the music. So when I made this project, the Don't Take Me For a P one, surrounding the breakup, obviously the girl in question, obviously, they're not gonna like that. They're gonna start saying,
Yeah.
So spoke shit about me, went on Instagram lives and said this about
you
me, said
living
that
that
about
life.
me.
Yo, that's life, eh?
You living that life.
So,
bro.
like,
shade room life.
Yeah.
that the baby,
Like the baby and that girl, damn.
And obviously for me, I always wanted to step in and be like, I wanted to step in and be like, no, this is not the truth. This is not how it went down, And that's when I wrote Just Vibes. I wrote Just Vibes just as a response to seeing these things coming on Twitter and saying this now today, I didn't like that. But I needed to also understand, like I said, the control thing and power is that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, people are going to say things about us.
Big truth.
And we just need to let it be, letting go of the past is protecting your peace in your heart.
That's it.
Just
Say that again.
letting go of the past is protecting your peace in your heart.
Yeah.
So just let it go, they're going to say something whether you step in to clarify or not,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
That went so
some
deep.
food for thought.
Oh, nigga,
there.
you
Yeah,
grown, eh?
you grown,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
Yeah.
yo, man, that hair's not for nothing.
Yeah.
it's not.
Nothing. But like, just like I don't know, man. Like since we started this season, like we've had like a big focus on, independence and just taking control of your music and taking control of your situation. And it seems like you've been a person that's done that from jump. You know what I mean? Like being very, very DIY. And you always did things like with what you have. Like you started rapping with like the Wii mic and things like that. Like what put you in that position to say I'm going to use whatever I can to put my art out and learn every single craft so I can just depend on me?
It's as simple as this. It's broke. You broke, It's like we don't have money. You are 10 years old, you in grade 5 and you thinking, I want to make music. Where am I going to get beats? And like I said, don't like downloaded beats. I don't even know where to find producers to pay for beats, So I said, you know what? And I went to my father's, because obviously internet wasn't always easily accessible at that time. I used to go with my father to work because he worked at Unisa, and then I would sit on the computer and say how to make beats. Then I download the first software that came up, and then I said, okay, sure, now I need an artwork, so how to make artworks, and then I would download something to help me do that. Then I said, I need a website, how to do websites, So the only reason I do everything myself is not because I want to, but because I have to, because these are components that is required for everything to kind of fit into each other. You can't just have one or the other, So the DIY comes from that, because I think I'm a rare breed of artist that really does every single thing, It's like I always get asked, who does and then it's like, oh, it's me, But it's just because we need these things, man. And I think it's a good thing to, even if you don't know how to do it, but at least knowing, Like when I sit with directors or the people who are going to shoot the videos, I know how, like I love film. I really, really love film. So it's something that I do want to take on eventually down the line, but I'm able to explain the type of shots that I want. I even know the name of certain shots, it just makes the conversation easier, and okay, you know exactly what you want. So for it to come out that way, you can get it to that point. Because I was known for being like very difficult and full of shit.
Yeah.
That was me, because everybody that I'd work with, there's a standard that I feel everything I touch needs to be at.
Yes.
And a lot of people might just, not fly with that, or they might think I'm being difficult or too. Funny enough, Mani Badu said this about me also. She was like, "You don't be too technical. Don't be too technical." Because I'm like that. Like when I did that song, by the way, the song with Mani Badu, I had an idea of what I wanted, and I explained it to her, and she wrote that verse and the chorus in like 5 minutes.
That chick is super talented.
Yeah, and I was like okay, and she recorded and she was done. I was like, okay, now let's work on it. Let's polish it. She's like, oh no, I'm happy.
I'm done. Yeah.
I was like, okay, whoa, wait. So
you're like, this is a great start.
Yeah. So she challenged me in that sense, and it came out beautifully. The best of both of those worlds. When I sat with the vocals and I was able to like manipulate it and get it to a certain level that I wanted it to be at, but having that effortless, I'm not gonna say thoughtless, but you know what I mean? Approach. With my thought, like heavy thought approach, to make something that's just easygoing and fun and sexually
Free
liberating.
Yeah.
I mean,
shout out to Mani Badu.
Yeah.
Did she tell you gotta say the bad?
Yeah, she said you gotta say the bad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I heard in the song you don't say the bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
But what I wanted to ask, listening to this new project, as an independent artist, you can do a lot of things for yourself. But I don't know, like there's some sort of like sampling that goes on in that, and then how are you able to get around that?
What, sampling?
Yeah.
I think it's more interpolation.
Yeah,
Was it interpolation or was it
It's
sampling?
both. There's both.
Okay.
There's both. Like I think AKA is like a pioneer. I'd consider him a pioneer for like South African
You know what?
samples.
Just before you go
I was
forward,
also gonna
that
say-
album took me back to levels.
Yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Yes.
In the beginning,
Same.
especially in
Yes.
the beginning.
Same.
Okay.
Right
Levels.
up until the joint with
Badu.
Mani
Badu.
Badu.
Yeah, right up until there.
Yeah.
That's
But otherwise, reminded me heavy. And I don't know how you're gonna take this, but
yeah. It's even in the flows actually.
Flows. For me, it was the flows.
Yeah.
The flows and the bounce.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But not the pen. Yeah.
No, but there's also like, shit, I forget which song you sampled, but it's a dance song.
There's another one which is like, my phone is fine.
I'm a winner.
Hey, exactly.
That's very levels.
Yeah,
that's very levels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to levels like
Even some parts of Touch My
thread,
Blood, yeah.
the thread that it has is it's sampling dance
House,
music
yeah.
and house music.
House music merging it with
hip-hop.
See, in
rap,
that sense, I get it
You know?
because that was very intentional as well. Like when I was crafting the project, I made it like I need to sample South African pop, South African, dance music. I needed to do that because we always taking from,
Yeah.
and I
No.
didn't want to do that. Like even in like the subject matters, I wanted to make sure it was South African at in the forefront. So, like beyond that, there's a lot of interpolations. There's a lot of interpolations, from the Poetic Justice. There's a lot of 90s R&B in there, because
there was a song that reminded me of that Wale and Tierra Thomas, that the squeak.
the squeak is in a lot of songs, even in the Cardi
The
B
squeak.
Up song, It's in a lot of songs.
It's a Jersey Club thing, the squeak, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah, it's in a lot of songs. I wouldn't say the Wale one, but
Yeah,
it's in
but
a
it
lot.
took me back to the Wale joint.
There's
Like,
even a song in the 90s that I heard it in, I just can't remember.
Yeah.
I think it was like a Snoop Dogg song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild.
Amazing, man.
But like back to his question,
Yeah,
how did you get
how did you
around
get around
the sampling and interpolation as a independent artist?
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I think interpolations you'll be able to get away with it. But sampling, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still trying to figure it out myself,
Yeah.
like
Okay,
properly.
cool. Don't snitch
But,
on yourself, then.
Yeah. But it's
cool. It's a tough one.
It's tough because like there was this one song, man. This is why it's a beautiful song. I had a Brenda Fassie sample.
Yeah, that was
It was so beautiful, man. And when we tried to get it cleared, they asked like for like 100,000 rand.
Who's they?
The estate. I don't know.
Who's the
the estate? I don't know. The Brenda Fassie estate. That's my answer, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, guys, like I obviously can't do that. So
Yeah.
I had to take the song
Yeah.
off.
So with others, you cleared it like that, like you got proper clearance.
We tried. We went there and we tried. Yeah.
So, but then, so can you take it?
Moving on.
I told you it's fine. I told you
No,
it's
but we
fine.
here
A long
now,
time
real
ago.
time. You know, location, pin drop, you right here.
Drop a pin is right here.
But I just want to understand what that process is. You know, like
Yeah, Robert.
even like with the rejection, what's the process? Like,
So
you reach
I
out
do
and say,
I do have a publisher. My publisher like does reach out on my behalf, so it makes the conversation easier. But we did also try and reach out on our end as well, like directly, you know, calling the artist directly or the management or the label or whatever, like, yo, like we have this. And you don't always get you don't get responses from a lot of these people.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like it's another thing of like only if like you get to that level maybe and then it becomes noticeable and like, oh, okay, we see that. But before then, it's like they won't even entertain it, you know? Like, you know, there was one sample where we were asked for like minimum like 100,000 streams. I was like, what? You know?
Wait.
Yeah, it's like you want this many streams, you want this much money, you want this much royalties, and you must pay.
Wild.
Yeah.
yeah, that's super wild.
So sample it's that's why I say it just also depends on, I think, who you are.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it's like, who is this? We're not
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Damn, man. Which one was the easiest, though?
none
Oh, damn.
none of them were
It was a
easy.
grueling one.
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of the stuff like the Jadot on the Love Your Life song, and Flashlights. Those are interpolations. Those are not samples.
Yeah.
Like that, I replayed.
Yeah.
We replayed it because that's it's easier if it's interpolated than if it's sampled. So
Yeah.
Some music business for you, 101.
Yeah.
Hey, that
Straight from
business is a
Zulo.
tough one.
Damn, man. Skis, man.
But I love that, man. Like I love that texture so much. Like
Yeah.
taking from, and I'm gonna continue doing it like for a very long time.
It's nice, man. It's
nice, yeah.
It's a nice feel. It's a nice bounce, and it's
A lot of people don't even know, man. Like
Nah, the nostalgia you can feel, like it adds to the nostalgia for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Like before you even get into the song, you already like feel like I'm
It takes
home.
you to a place.
But I'm glad you recognize it though. A
You
lot
know
of
what I'm
people
saying?
don't even know. Like there's a Mark Alex sample on Home
Yeah,
Alone.
yeah.
People don't know that. And
Takes you
that's
to a
and you
place.
know, like I'm not gonna lie, I heard that song for the first time when I sampled it. And
For
I was
real?
like, this is one of the most amazing songs I've ever heard in my life. I was like, what? There's so much beauty in
Yeah.
in the music, like the 90s and the 80s, like our music.
Yeah.
There's so much beauty there. And I mean, we overlook it. A lot of us
Interesting story though, but like even in that beauty, they're also sampling a lot of
yeah.
That's also true.
European
That's also
and
true, yeah.
like, it's like a weird cycle.
music universe, man.
It's it's like
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, man. So now, like I said, like you a person that takes matters into their own hands, and in terms of the creating process, right? And now back to when you were Little Tricks, and now
tricks.
now we go into also the business element of it, right? And then you choose to roll with Blaze Entertainment.
Yeah.
How did that happen, and what made you make that choice?
And
to
also
go-
Blaze was on fire at that time.
Yo, man, like I was 16. I was 15, 16. And I mean, I would go on Facebook and message everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I see like the ghetto rough CEO. And then I'll say, okay, it says drastic something. And then I'll type drastic in Facebook and I'll go to, yo, bro, I'm an upcoming artist. I'm
Yeah.
15 years old. You know, here's my song. That's what I did. I did
Yeah.
it for everybody. I'm sure I can go there and I can see I was in everybody's
Drastic from
messages.
Cashless Society.
Yeah, he was something at Ghetto Rough. At the time, I thought he was like the head, you know. I mean, I'm 15. I don't know what to say. But
Okay.
do you know what Drastic is?
Yeah, Drastic Cashless Society, you know?
I can't
I
confirm.
don't think
nor
there's
deny.
one. Yeah.
I can't confirm.
Because there
nor
was
deny.
a Drastic spelled with a Z.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's
That's
That's the
Cashless
one.
Society.
And he actually said, "Send your demo through."
yeah.
I was like, okay, sure. And then I thought, I said, I made it, guys. I made it. Told my father. He said, I'm gonna send my demo through.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was stupid. That was dumb.
It wasn't stupid. That's
No. But I mean, you're right. It wasn't stupid
Yeah.
because there was one person I did message, and it was Blaze. And I said, "Yo, bro, I'm 16. I'm upcoming." And then he responded. He was like one of the only people who did respond. And he was like, "Yo, did you produce this?" I was like, "Yeah." Then he said, "Let's meet up." And then I met up with him. And he signed me onto, it was just an independent label. I won't say a record label.
Yeah.
Because he essentially just managed me.
Yeah.
That's all it was. I signed on as a producer. And then when I had this other song called Red, Black and White, he then put me on as an artist because he saw like, okay, this is good enough to push.
Yeah.
You know? But what was the question?
No, I was saying why? What made you
Sign with
decide to sign with someone when you're also on this quest to learn everything yourself? You know.
Well, I mean, I think that answers it. You know, it wasn't signing. It was
Yeah.
just management.
But also you were young.
Yeah.
and I was
you were
very young.
young,
Yeah. But it
yeah.
was just management.
Because I'd imagine little tricks would go, how to manage.
How to manage myself.
How to manage myself. How to be a record label.
Yeah, but no, that was a huge learning curve for me because that was my first introduction to the industry.
Yeah.
I mean, I was on Yo TV, you know, that was a first time
That's a
for me
big
on
deal.
TV.
Yeah.
That was a big
National
deal. As a kid,
television,
that's
yeah.
a big that's
Yeah,
national.
well, I mean, you know, maybe because like the kids at school were like, eyes on Yo TV. Some of them laughed at me, bro. Like,
yeah.
like,
you
guys,
get
I'm on
that.
TV.
You definitely
you
get
guys are
that.
saying just because I'm
I mean,
on
first
Yo
time
TV.
I was on Yo TV, yo, I recorded that. I put that everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like, yo.
I did. I mean, look, kids are cruel. Kids are
Very.
just cruel.
There will be.
Yeah. But you know, like I had PR training. You know, they would sit me down and be like, "You must sit up, don't
Posture,
slouch." You know,
yeah.
posture.
Oh,
They
that's
told
why
me
you're
like,
sitting
"Don't
the
say
way you're
this, don't say
sitting.
that." You know, so it was my first introduction to actually seeing how things work. And I mean, it was a yeah, it was a like a lesson, a big
Yeah.
lesson for me because I was, like I said, I was full of shit. So I did the wrong thing, tweeted the wrong thing sometimes.
Yeah.
Got in trouble with networks, TV networks for saying the wrong thing. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, I said there was this one show that I don't know, they didn't promise us things, but they said this is what's gonna happen. And then we were like, oh, okay, dope. And then we planned my whole mixtape around this opportunity.
Is this,
You know, I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't know.
'Cause now you got media
I don't
training.
know. Yeah. But you know, we built this whole plan around this thing. And then like a month later, I found out that, oh no, it's actually rigged. You know, that the person in charge was the manager of the other artist, and that artist won or something. I don't know. It was something like that. And then I tweeted. I said, wow, this and this can bullshit you. And then they saw it. The network saw it. My management saw it. My publicist saw it. And then I had to write a formal apology to everybody.
Notes app.
But you weren't lying, though.
No, not like publicly.
Oh.
I wasn't lying,
Yeah.
but I get it. You know, it's
as much as it's not wise to do it.
yeah. I mean, I was also 17, so
Yeah.
you know, like I think that's my
17
excuse.
and in your feelings.
Yeah, I mean, I lost a lot at that time, like a lot of opportunities that could have helped me.
Yeah.
So it was my fault. And that's another thing about this growth thing is just also looking back at your career and taking accountability and saying, you know what, things may not be where I needed to be because of decisions I made, you know? And if you understand that, then you know how to fix it. Just make the better decisions, you know? Do better.
Yeah.
You know? It's nobody else's fault but your own. So
Damn.
That's the mark of an independent there.
that's also the first time I said that, like on anyway.
Yeah.
That specific story.
Hey, man.
They don't exist anymore, by the way.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay. Okay.
But in respect to how you're approaching it, I won't say
won't
what
say
it
it
is.
either.
You know what I mean? 'Cause, you know, it is what it is. But they're gone now. And
But I mean, you know, it's another thing. Like I told you earlier, I reconnected with Blaze, and also the PR company I was with at the time, African Star, it was Fair of Fortune.
Yeah.
I reconnected with both of them in the last few weeks because of the launch. I invited them to the launch.
Yeah.
And, you know, I apologized to them. I said, guys, like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being that piece of shit, full of shit kid, you know, that thought he knew everything, and, you know?
Yeah.
And I think just looking at their, you know, to show them that, you know, they didn't waste their time also, you know, all of that was good for me. It helped me a lot.
To waste, yeah.
Yeah.
So how did those relationships come to an end? What happened?
The Blaze one came to an end because Blaze obviously decided to make music like properly as an artist. So he didn't have the time to really focus on me. So that was that. And then the Farah one was, I couldn't afford it anymore. You know, I had a day job. I got a job. Yeah, I had got a job specifically to
pay the PR.
fund that. And, you know, then I started working on the project. Then I stopped going to work. So then I was let go of, you know, because it's you know, I was like thinking.
You absconded. You were just like,
yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the word. I forgot about the absconded. Yeah, they phoned me and they were like, I was working at Truids. I was retail. They phoned me and they're like, guys, just come reside here because otherwise we're going to have to
just
fire
to let you resign, they didn't fire you. You know?
But you know what? They kind of understood also because at the time we did the Hype Magazine Freshman. It was the Hype Magazine Freshman. So, you know, during our lunches.
We were inside, nah? I think that's the one we featured in. Were you with Bryanston on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were featured on that one
Oh,
as
yeah?
well. Yeah.
Dope.
I think one of the last few physical copies.
Yes, it was. It was like, but like during the lunch breaks, you know, they'd go to Pick and Pay. So when they go to Pick and Pay, then they can. So this is what you said when you said you were sick. You didn't come to work, because that's literally what I did. The day of the hype shoot, I phoned. I said, guys, I'm sick. Can't come.
Moonlighting.
You were moving the DH.
Yeah. So I mean, they knew I was lying because I was obviously doing my career.
Yeah, man. But that's a rich come up, man. It's like
It's a lot, bro. Like I didn't even think it was this much. It's so layered. Your come up is like
ignore it
real.
all because this is now. I'm
No. I was even about to say, but it
it
feels like this project is like a new beginning for you.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a whole different.
Well, I mean,
person.
listen to the way the project starts, bro. It's I will wait up. It's patience.
Yeah.
It's you have to really be patient and really learn as much as you can, like when you're doing this, because I mean, you can. I mean, I thought I'd be somewhere else by the time I was 18.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be somewhere else by the time I was 21.
Yeah.
You know, things don't happen
Overnight.
Overnight. Like you kind of need to understand that. You know, you need to wait your turn.
Yeah.
Or take your turn. Either way.
And then, man,
I did
like,
both.
As much as you're an independent artist, but you also do big moves. That Billboard in Bram, how'd that come about?
Yo, bro.
It was looking good though.
Yeah. I mean, look, we are now a functioning record label, you know? Like, I mean, if you think about what record labels do for artists, you know, it's what I'm doing for myself.
Oh, who's we?
So this is my thing with independent. It's like, what is independence? You know, I think we romanticize independence a little bit too much.
Break it down.
We romanticize it because, like, what is independent? Is independent just not signed to a major? Or is independent like, I'm doing it by myself, guys? It's like every time I see artists like, independence, I'm like, I know you're not independent, you know? And when I say not independent, somebody's paying there.
Yeah.
Somebody's financing that, or you have a team, you know? So now I can comfortably sit here and say I'm not independent in that sense because I have a team. I found two people in my life that genuinely believed in me. They weren't professional managers. They didn't have experience like running a record label, none of that.
Yeah.
They just believed in my music.
Yeah.
There's the one right here. You know? Cool. And I mean, when these people came on board, you know, I sat with them and I said, guys, this is what I want to do. This is the project. This is the rollout. This is what we're going to do on that day. Like, okay, let's do this. You know, and we just sit and talk. And then it becomes, you can celebrate your winnings together and you can cry about your losses together.
Yeah.
And it feels more, it just feels better. It feels better than doing this by yourself. Independence.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, You know, like they say, own your masters, bro. What are you gonna own? 100% of nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
You know, Taylor Swift didn't complain about a masters 10 years ago. She's crying about it today, though. If Taylor Swift did own a masters 10 years ago, didn't sign, then she wouldn't be Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You know, so you kind of need to ask yourself those questions because, I mean, what we did, right? Obviously, this is why I say record label, because we funded everything. We were able to get the Billboard. We were able to get all these things because of us. It's expensive.
Yep.
It's a lot of money.
Yo,
so now you look at labels, you know, and labels are funding that for artists. And then you still complain that you're not getting enough. Rather let that be your problem. Rather let that be your issue. Like, I'm not getting enough. Not I'm broke. Like, I'm spending this much money by myself and then getting nothing out of it.
You think?
Yeah, it's not for everyone. I think that's
I'm not now saying sign or anything.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, just look at those things, because if you really want to do this independently, you're probably gonna dig a lot into your pocket, and you're probably not gonna see the fruits of your labor for a while.
Yeah,
you know, it's a sacrifice that you have to make.
Yeah, and even if you make money, it goes back into the business.
Exactly. So I mean, the whole thing of like romanticizing independence is just like, what is independence? Firstly, I think the real term is not signed. That's the real term.
A lot of people call it being independent when they're just waiting to be signed.
Yeah, I think we had this discussion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we had
technically it's just not signed.
And then there's some people who are independently doing stuff. They're not looking for a signing or anything.
So then they're still just not signed.
No, they're independent.
They're not trying to get signed.
They're not trying to get signed.
But again, this is why I say, what are they? Do they have a team? Do they have people that they sit with? And
so when we say signed, we're talking about like signed to a major.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not having a team. Because that is independence as well. Your team is a small team.
A small team though, but still a team.
It's still a team.
Yeah.
That's why I say it just depends on what you want to define.
Independence is not like
Zulo,
sole proprietor.
Independence at some point meant you doing everything on your own.
This is why I say it depends on what you're saying independently. Because I've seen a lot of artists say like, I manage myself. I'm independent. But there's still somebody. So in the sense of independent, I was doing everything myself. So it just depends on because I think, like, let's say the kids at school, you know, they see now an artist is saying, independent is the way. And then the kid at school says, I can do this by myself. Not knowing that artist that was able to get to that position didn't get it by themselves. Alone. Yeah. They weren't alone. That's all I'm saying. So I'm just saying it depends on what you want to classify as independence. If you classify independence as just not signed to a major or I don't want to be signed, then sure.
Yeah, I mean, for a long time it was defined as that, independent of a label, you know. That's what it was. Yeah. That's all it is.
But I do think there's a misconception sometimes when, like when the kids see independence. Because I've had conversations with people who don't really know too much about the music industry. Yeah. And we talk about like Chance the Rapper and compared like Chance the Rapper to like, I don't know, Nicki Minaj. And they say, Chance did it independent. Chance had a team. Chance had people, you know?
This is true. Yeah. I completely agree with you.
So that's what I'm saying.
It does go like misunderstood a lot of the time. A lot of the time. Because for the longest time, even Cash Money was an independent stable.
Exactly.
You understand? Even though
that was signed to Universal.
No. Before that.
Oh.
Before then. That's why they could sign to Universal for like a crazy amount.
Yeah.
So it just depends, man. You know? But in your sense, then I'm very independent. Yes. I'm very independent. But it feels amazing to just have people that, you know, you wake up in the morning and there's a message that, all right, gents, what are we doing today?
Dare I say you need people?
No, you absolutely. That's what I'm saying about independent. You absolutely need people.
Yeah. You need people. You
can't do it by yourself.
Because you need departments that work for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That have a sole function.
Yeah. The sole function is to move Zulo forward. But like, you can't be fielding calls about your bookings. You can't be fielding calls about your PR. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
You need people. And I mean, I didn't know that until like 2 years ago. Yeah. When I finally got my team.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know that actually, this works.
feels better.
But it's just tough to find those people. Or
This is true.
That's
those
the
people
tough
find
part.
you, but they're out there.
That's
They
the
are.
tough part. Yeah.
A lot of trial and error there. A lot of trial and
Also,
error.
just getting on the same page
Yeah.
is one of the toughest things.
Tough, man.
Because now they want to turn you into like an AKA.
Yeah.
While you're like, no, I'm trying to be Zulo. Like I'm getting where I want to
the
be.
people on my team right now, they've been following my music since high school, so they really have a good understanding of me as a brand and where I want to be.
That's
know?
a blessing.
Yeah.
So it is
Big
it's a
blessing.
big
It's a
blessing.
blessing,
yeah.
Then they're not just coming along for the ride. They can understand. They see the vision. They know
Yep.
your struggles.
Yeah.
They know.
I mean, it's you can hire anybody. You can find somebody and say, "Yo, I hire you to do this."
Give them a job description,
it's a job.
KPIs, or
then it's a
whatever.
job.
Yeah.
You know. But if you can find someone who finds you,
Yeah.
then it's that sounds weird. If you can find someone who
That finds you.
but you know, they find you, and then
Then it's a common,
It's a life-changing.
common goal. Purpose.
Yeah, I mean, synergy is quite a hard thing to find, eh? Like finding people that you guys have synergy, you in sync and whatever. It's truly a blessing. Like it's not something that everybody has. Like when you speak of people and labels, you're just placed with people to do things for them. It's not everybody who gets a chance to work with people who like really are about you and what you do and respect your vision.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just KPIs, like I was saying. You know.
I mean, for me, like I think everything in my life has been falling into place. I'm just so aligned right now. You know, everything kind of worked out the way it should have. I mean, you spoke about my hair, you know. Granted, the hair was part of my rebrand, but that also wasn't something that I said, yeah, my hair is going to be a part of the rebrand. I actually was going to cut my hair for a video shoot in 2020 because obviously I grew my hair unintentionally because it was lockdown. Barbers were closed. You couldn't leave the house. So that's why my hair was long. So when it was like September, I was going to cut my hair. And the morning I woke up, they canceled the shoot for some reason. So I was like, cancel my appointment.
Yeah.
Then I said, let me might just leave it. You know, that's something that then became a part of distinguishing between Little Tricks and Zulo. Now you can even see visually what the difference is.
Yeah.
It's things that just happened and it seems like it was just a little bit too convenient.
But they make sense.
But they make sense. And that's control. That's power. That's power, gents. Power.
Sure, Power Ranger.
Let me show you guys this actually. These are like the new age physical copies.
Oh, really?
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
Come on.
New age physical copies.
Oh, I've seen these.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you see, because we don't buy.
I've seen
This
anymore.
is so smart, man.
This is not. I was actually looking
Genius.
at your
Genius.
rabbit sticker the other day. So
Oh yeah,
the,
sorry.
the
Let me
gray
give
one.
you that sticker also.
Yeah,
Shout out.
yeah. I have
You're
one
the
of-
first person
to ask
ever
about-
to say rabbit, bro. A rabbit.
I have one at
Bunny,
home.
Bunny just sounds cute, man.
Oh, it's a rabbit.
Rabbit
Funny
sounds.
life.
Rabbit sounds.
This is so. Yo, you guys. I don't know, man. Can we get an?
Yeah, we're gonna need to
tell.
shoot this
Cut away.
nicely after,
Hey.
like a nice.
Wow.
Because this is genius, yo.
Yo, man, I love that, man. That's
Oh,
really
man.
Yeah, so that's just another way of like, you know, it's what a label would do, right? You know, marketing tactic.
Hey, man, I've been seeing how these labels move sometimes.
Yeah.
Some of them,
No ingenuity.
you know.
Yeah,
But that's a talk for another
That's
day.
another day. Yes.
yeah.
Nah, but yo, I really enjoyed this project. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed this
Same,
project.
same here, man. Same here.
really,
Well
really.
produced.
Yeah.
I know I'm not the engineer ear, but it sounds well engineered.
Yeah.
Kitso may
Yeah,
Shout out to Kimosabi for that.
Yeah, it's dope.
Kimosabi
yeah.
makes the
And
most
also, I
of it.
mean, like
Pink
the
skies. Oof.
ecosystem that you're in. Like how did you find yourself there? Like those people that you roll with, Kimosabi, by Luansta, you know, and Solo, because they also, it's almost like you guys, you share a few like similar traits here and there, you know. How did you guys like
Gravitate
towards
towards
each other? Yeah.
I mean, by Luansta, I was making music with Luansta in 2012, 10 years ago. He heard my song on the radio and then he DM'd me because I said my BBM pin on the radio.
Shout out to BBM. You know,
No,
BIS.
yeah.
60 bucks can.
It was 5FM. I said my
BIS.
pin on the radio because I mean I was a child, and he said like, yo, let's work. And when I met him, I realized how how similar we were, it was actually so crazy. And I said, yo, bro, if you stayed down the road from me, we could have taken over the world, bro. And we always worked through via email for like 5 years. And then the first time we met was the Hype magazine shoot, because we were both freshmen. And then I met him, and today's, because I mean, then when he moved down to Joburg, I saw him like every week, you know?
Yeah.
He's my best friend now.
Oh, amazing,
Yeah,
man.
he's my best friend. So, and then Solo was African Star. He was with African Star when I was with African Star. So, you know, that just happened like that.
Yeah. No shade on African Star, but it was weird because they had like their people going to everything.
Yeah?
The opening of everything. Like Daytona debuts the Rolls Royce, Solo's there. You know, the entertainment was like African Star Express, bro. Interesting times, those.
Yo, man, it's PR. You gotta, you know.
Yeah, you gotta
get into these people's faces. At least they know the name.
You know,
I mean, if it don't work for the music, it might work for brands.
Yeah. It worked for brands. It worked for brands.
Pocket,
Yeah.
But I mean, that knowledge is, that's, you know, we all have something to offer each other every time we speak, you know, but you need to really listen.
Yeah.
Like when you sit down with people like Bryanston and people like Solo, and people like me, we sit down together and we're not even like sitting there because it's a meeting. We're just sitting and talking, you know, and then you realize for a second, like, damn, actually, you know, and that's what I did, and I did that, and that's how I was able to rebrand properly, you know, because Solo was the one who said, like, just be more intentional about things, you know? And then I was like, actually, okay, sure. Let me look at this about my brand. Let me, you know?
Yeah.
So those conversations are necessary.
Yeah. Because they help you sharpen your idea without you noticing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And my mind works very weird, man. Like, I think of weird things.
Trust me, we know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's in the music. It's in the music.
We hear that, you know? Like I said, that's a plus, though. Definitely a plus. Definitely a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
Man. Not to pocket watch or anything like that, but like, then how are you funding all of this now?
We funding it. Me and my team. I mean, you know, it's the obvious answer, bro. We have to have a job and a career.
Oh, you got jobs. Oh, okay.
We have to have a job and a career. That's how we able to. And I mean, it's a sacrifice. It's like, damn, you asked me about my shoe, bro. It's like, I haven't bought a new shoe in such a long time, you know?
Yeah.
Because I know that
But you've been on the billboard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rather that.
Yeah, no.
The shoe's not on the billboard.
When they come from buying shoes at Archive, they see you there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
On the billboard.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you got a chain with your name on it.
Man.
Yeah.
I think that's
Chain, the studs, it's a bunny. It's not a rabbit.
it's the bunny.
Yeah, on the
It's the bunny
studs.
it's that.
Yeah.
I think that's a
F-ball, though.
dope thing, man. Like, who has earrings, bro?
Yeah,
Who
you
has
guys- yeah.
branded earrings, bro?
Yeah.
What?
But we need more visuals.
Yeah. No.
Please.
Yo, guys,
Please.
wait. You know what now? Because you're hopping so heavy on this semen line.
Nah, fam. Nah. Like, I've been gone. Like, bro, I've been gone.
No. But listen, that song specifically, that's the next visual.
Okay.
And it's something that I was working on since last year, September. We shot it twice already. We shot it. The director messed us around. We shot it again. The director messed us around. We tried again. The director messed us around.
How did the director mess you around?
It's a horror movie that we shot. It's like very inspired by Michael Jackson's Thriller. It's about a demon ex-girlfriend haunting me and my new girlfriend at our house. I think it's something so special, man. It's my passion project. And I mean, you know, every time I tell people the story, they always tell me I would have given up on that. Because we shot it and there was an issue with the way the director had lit the video. We just said, it's probably easier to reshoot it. And then we tried to reshoot it the second time and then it was load shedding. So then we didn't finish in time because it was also lockdown. So 12, you know, and then we had to reshoot it a third time and then it was Corona. The director woke up, he said I had COVID. So then we lost, like, it's money spent,
Is this the
by
same
the way.
director all 3 times?
So now I'm on the third director right now. And you know who's the third director?
Who's it? Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Okay.
Now I'll be directing the video.
Yeah,
But it's a passion project, man, and I think you guys are gonna love it. It's very different. It's not the same type of storytelling that we see in these storytelling music videos, because we're telling it in a very different way. But yeah, it's very inspired by Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Dope.
Yeah.
Can't wait, because I need more. I love the music so much. I feel like people need to see it, because like now, like the now generation is very visual. It's very, very visual. So we need like MTV Base to have something to put on there.
Yeah, it's another costly thing.
You must get a spanking new.
Yeah.
Spanking new premiere.
Yeah.
We need all the music channels to see that. Man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys are saying it so yeah, we need all the music channels to see. Okay, gents.
Okay.
No problem. Let me just call them now. Like,
You
play
need a
it.
crispy fresh.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Man.
That's it.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
That's the one,
Going
yeah.
everywhere. National free to air. We going everywhere.
Yeah.
Nah, I love it.
I don't know what they have on Live M, but you need that as well.
I'm still a thing.
It's not. It's not.
not,
Well,
Actually,
if there's
it's not.
something else.
No.
Yo,
Zanzi music, massive music.
Massive
Everywhere.
music. Yeah.
everywhere.
Nah,
No,
I love
definitely.
it,
This
dog.
this one is gonna be very special. Trust me. This one is.
I'm really excited about like your future. I'm really excited about it because this project being the first of its kind, like the first for Zulo, dog, it's up from here. Because
Yeah.
if this is the beginning,
And honestly, I'm no shade on Lil Tricks or whatever.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no,
actually
no.
glad that I discovered you now.
yeah.
I'm glad you
shout out to
discovered it
Little
now.
Tricks, man.
Yeah.
Little Tricks came through with the
Tiger
theme.
News,
Swag,
Tiger
come on,
News.
Little Tricks. I mess with Little Tricks, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Little Tricks. If you don't have Little Tricks, we don't have Zulo, man.
But you see, that's why I don't even like to acknowledge the previous work, just because I know I wasn't polished at that point. I
Yeah.
wasn't really quite there yet.
Yeah.
See,
So
Zulo, I'm such a fan of the story, bro.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Me
a
too.
big fan of the story. I'm a
Yeah.
big fan of watching the growth, seeing the growth, going back to it. I love that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I absolutely hate when artists, when they rebrand, try to erase their history. That's just a pet peeve of mine, just personally. You know what I mean? And there's examples of it out there, like Amine.
Yeah,
You know what I
Amine,
mean?
you can't
like
find
Amine
I don't know,
before
just
the Yellow
previous
Club. That's the Caroline guy.
yeah, no, I know who he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
before
before
that-
that, he was
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was
actually.
quite conscious.
I liked
Okay.
his.
Yeah, he was
stuff.
quite conscious.
I liked
Erased
it also.
that. Like you can't
Completely.
find it
You
anywhere
can't.
now. Can't even find the videos were crispy. It wasn't even about it being
I still
unpolished.
got the
even.
videos though.
Because Kitso's a download.
download.
So you can't even find it.
No.
Unless,
Well, I mean, my stuff is still
Can't.
there.
I love that.
You
And
still be able
that's
to
like
get
keep it
the
up there.
Yeah,
It's still
it's
there,
like
yeah.
it's
Keep it up
like
there.
the story is beautiful. It's like when you talk about like a Russ, right? And he tells you like, yo,
Yeah.
you can't call me this and that because you can see the story.
Yeah, you can't call me an industry
You
plant
can't or whatever
because you go on SoundCloud, you're like,
see
yo,
the story.
this guy was
You know what
dropping.
I mean?
Okay.
You
You
can't
know?
say that Zulo just woke up and said, I think I'm gonna do this
Yeah,
music
you can't
thing.
say like he
You
was just
can't say
hanging
that,
around
You know what I mean?
African Star and they.
You-
Yeah,
Boom.
especially when you did it for such a long time.
did it
Eh?
a long time and with such discipline, And it's like, dude, I put 8 mixtapes out in high school. You don't have 8 mixtapes
Yeah, not a lot of people.
I know.
in your
don't.
life unless you're a youngster. Shout out to youngster.
Yeah, youngster.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you've got that work ethic that most these rappers don't have, and you were 17 then. You know?
And you were doing it all by yourself.
And then you're doing a rebrand, which is like another exercise, and that's another skill that people can also reference. That it's like, yo, this guy was this guy, and then he turned into this guy
Yep.
effortlessly, intentionally, beautifully from a
Yep.
visual perspective and an audio perspective.
Yep.
And that's all part of the story.
Yep.
So I personally love it. So I love that there's the story of Little Tricks and Little Tricks being a quote unquote delinquent, and then you learning the lessons of being that. You know what I mean? And being this person now.
I love that it got to the point now where I'm at now is I don't have to say Little Tricks. That was my main issue.
Yeah.
Because like every time in the beginning when I dropped the first single, it was like, I used to be Little Tricks, guys. Okay, I used to be, just so that they know, okay. Because obviously you're going to see Zulo and it's like, who is this? But now where I'm sitting today, I don't have to anymore. Because, it's bigger than that now, at least. At the very least, I don't need to say, oh, by the way, I used to be Little Tricks.
Yeah.
It's like Shelly has to say Shelly, FKA.
Yeah, FK drum.
Yeah.
You know Shelly?
Drum.
Drum.
Broccoli.
Broccoli, yeah. Changed his name, rebrand.
Wi-Fi.
But he has to
with
say
Erykah Badu.
The dude that had the song with Lil Yachty.
it doesn't matter anymore.
But anyway, did Lil Turks also have a mascot? Like
the bunny is something that was constant. It's been my mascot. The bunny is there because of Little Tricks. Like I did the bunny because it's like, you know, tricks, magic tricks, pull a bunny out of a hat.
Yeah.
That was actually something that just in conversation, Blaze was like saying, yo, you know, when you're looking at yourself, you know, this was when I was 17. It's like, why don't you grow a mohawk? You know, why don't you, I don't know, get a logo for yourself? Like,
But fair
I don't
enough,
know.
it was Mohawk time.
No, I'm just saying he put the idea in my head to say, let me
Then he has
do
a
a
Have a
bunny.
consistent thing.
Yeah, so I got the bunny, and now I call the bunny Tricky the Bunny. That's his name. And Tricky's from Little Tricks.
Yeah, exactly.
So it passes into this brand. Which actually I'm happy about.
Tricky.
Because I don't know if you guys know the cereal, the American cereal Tricks. There's an American.
Yes.
Yeah,
you know,
it's a bunny.
They had
It's
a
a
collab
white
with
bunny.
Keith not long ago.
You know.
Yeah.
But do you know the mascot is the
I know
bunny?
it, yeah.
So it would have been like I'm stealing.
Oh.
But I didn't know that. But now it doesn't matter because it's Zulo.
It's Zulo, yes.
Tricks.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yo.
Hey man, Little Tricks, Big Zulu.
Big Zulo.
Just kidding, man. Zulu.
verse.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Bro,
Thank you guys so
Like
much.
I'm
for
excited.
having
I'm really excited
Yeah.
about your future.
me.
Yo.
Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Watch this man, Zulo.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you
Beautiful
guys so much for having
introduction.
me. I mean, I
beautiful
genuinely,
music.
I wanted this, guys. Like, I
No.
did want
This is not the end. It's
But you
gonna
see
be
what I'm saying
another one
when I
coming.
say alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You messaged me. like,
Yeah. I was like,
I
yo.
wanted this. I was on my board. It said sobering.
You even said like, yo, I've been waiting for this.
Yo, man. Something to tick off the vision board, bro.
Yeah, no,
And we're
finally.
glad we could help.
Thank you guys so much. This was amazing.
Aware, bro. Shout out to my moms.
Aish.
I needed more bass, bro. I needed more bass.
Shout out to my moms.
Thank you.
Oh man, goodbye.